Hey guys, this is Heidi with the Successful Fashion Designer, and today I want to talk about pricing your freelance projects. A few weeks ago, I did a tutorial on how to calculate your hourly freelance rate, but what if you don't want to work hourly? What if you want to work by the project? Now, I know a lot of designers have different reasons that they want to work by the hour or by the project, and that's really up for you to decide how you want to do it. I prefer to work by project, and I'm going to show you some reasons why, and then also give you some things you can think about as to how to calculate your project rate. So let's take a look here. I just crunched some really simple numbers. And for this example, we're going to say you're sketching flats. Okay, so let's say the first month you're sketching flats, you're not very fast. You're still learning some tricks in Illustrator, and you're still learning how to be really efficient. And whether you're sketching flats or you're doing tech packs or whatever it is, let's say the first month you start out doing freelance, you're not really as fast as you potentially could be. So each one takes you 60 minutes, and this could be for a flat sketch, this could be for a tech pack, whatever it is. Month one takes you 60 minutes. That means you can do one sketch per hour. That means if you're charging your client $20 per sketch, you're making $20 per hour. Now, after 6 months, you've done some practicing, you've gotten better, you've put in some systems in place, and you've sped up your productivity. And in 6 months, you are sketching a flat in 30 minutes. You've cut your time in half. That means you can do 2 sketches per hour, and you're still charging your client $20 per sketch. You're now making $40 an hour. You just doubled your hourly rate without having to change anything with your client. You didn't have to go back to them and say, hey, I need a raise. Hey, my hourly rate went from $20 to $40 or from $40 to $80, whatever it is. You just doubled your rate just by being faster and charging by project. Now, in a year, let's say you get really fast and you figure out some even more advanced tricks. And again, this can be for any type of project that you're doing, whether it be flats, tech packs, design, trend research, whatever it is. And you've cut your time down to 20 minutes per sketch. You're now doing 3 sketches per hour. Your rate is still $20 per sketch. You're now making $60 an hour. So I like project-based work because it allows you to make more money based on being more efficient. If you're charging by the hour, this is not necessarily a luxury that you have. It's very hard to go to your client, let's say 3 times in a year, and say, hey, I need a raise, I need a raise, I need a raise because I'm that much more efficient and I'm that much more productive. This is why I like to charge by the project. I'm really good at figuring out ways to get faster and do things more quickly, and that way my hourly rate goes up without my client ever knowing a difference. So now you're probably wondering, well, how do I figure out how to charge per project? How do I know, should I charge $20 per sketch? Should I charge $50 per sketch? How much is a tech pack worth? And this is where I suggest you start tracking your time on some stuff. So if you're still working in the industry at a job, start tracking your time. How long does it take you to do a tech pack for a basic garment? Maybe just a t-shirt or a lightweight pullover type of item. How long does it take you for a piece of outerwear? How long does it take you for a pair of jeans? Whatever industry you're in, each tech pack is going to take a different amount of time. Each flat sketch is going to take a different amount of time depending on the complexity. So if you're trying to break into freelancing eventually, start tracking your time now to see how long certain things take you. And then you can start looking at, okay, if this tech pack takes me an hour and I, let's say, want to make $60 an hour, then I should charge $60 for this tech pack. Now, that's another thing I want to talk about is that you don't have to necessarily just charge doing a backwards calculation based on how much you're making, how long each thing takes you and how much you want to make. So if a tech pack takes you an hour and you want to make $60 an hour, you don't necessarily have to just charge $60 for that tech pack. Because if I step back and I look at the value of a tech pack and what value a tech pack provides to a client, to a brand, it's well more than $60. Now, maybe the tech pack doesn't quite take you an hour. Maybe it takes a little bit more. It depends. Are you doing graded specs? There's a lot of variables that go into this. How much of the design details, specs, artwork are already developed? Are you creating everything from scratch? That set aside, one of the things I really like to think about with project-based work is what is the value of that item, what's the value of that item delivering to my client. A tech pack is a very valuable tool that allows my client to get their product made, to get it sourced, to have a factory make it correctly. And so that has a higher dollar value on it. It's not just about the hourly rate. So you can come up with a base rate doing some rough calculations based on how long you think it's going to take you, how much you want to get charged by the hour. But then after that is done, I suggest you look at the value. So a great place to start with your project-based work is to figure out roughly how much you want to make an hour, multiply that by how many hours you think it's going to make, add some padding if you think there's room to add value to the project based on what the project is actually worth versus the number you actually came up with, and price it at that. Sometimes you'll come out ahead, it'll take you less time. Sometimes you'll come out a little bit behind, it'll take you more time. But at the end of the day, when you get your system set up efficiently and you work more productively within your workflow, I guarantee you that pricing by the project, if you work smart and you create your pricing correctly, you will end up being able to make more money than if you price by the hour. It is much easier for you to create effective systems to work more quickly than it is for you to continually ask your client for a raise. And those are the two ways that you can make more money. So depending on what you're comfortable with, you can price by the hour. If you want to do that, I have a worksheet to calculate that. I'll put it up on the video right now. If you want to price by the project, think about how you can grow based on your own productivity and your own speed to do things more efficiently, charge based on the value that you're providing to your clients, and at the end of the day, make more money and make everybody happier with the project. I know a lot of clients like to get project-based pricing because then they know the exact flat set amount, they know exactly how much they're going to be spending, and if you can get it done faster and more effectively, then more power to you for being that productive. All right, thanks you guys for watching so much. I am so Heidi with The Successful Fashion Designer. If you want to learn more about what I'm doing, check out my website at successfulfashiondesigner.com. I have tons of free resources and templates to help you get ahead in the cutthroat industry, and I would love to get to know you a little bit more. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.